Bitcoin makes a very bullish close, about $65,000 on the weekly. I'll share what happens next. And FTX creditors and shareholders are about to get hundreds of millions of dollars. Will they then put it into the crypto market? And a Chinese finance minister is saying the country needs to pay attention to crypto because the United States has changed the game with Bitcoin ETFs. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, Bitcoin closed the week very bullish, above $65,000. At the time of recording, it's at $65,264. Analyst Matthew Hyland said, Bitcoin's weekly confirms first higher high and higher low for the first time in 6 months. So as we've been talking about, are we seeing the breakout out of this boring accumulation zone, which has been going on to 5 to 6 months, right? It's been boring as hell. It's painstaking, but we have to be patient, right? That's a big part of investing. So is this indeed the breakout upwards? Well, every day that goes by, we're getting confirmation. I'm still not 100% sold. I would say I'm about 70% sold, but I know this market is very volatile and we could see another pullback before ultimately breaking outwards, but very good sign, right? We're stair-stepping our way out of this accumulation boring zone. Now, another analyst, Dan Crypto Trade, says Bitcoin is trading back above the bull market support band. It has been a lot of back and forth, but it is set to get its second weekly close above the band. Let's see if there's enough momentum to finally leave the band behind and get the next bigger move going. So as you can see, a really well-balanced statement here, right? We don't have full confirmation yet. We're getting some level of confirmation, and it's great to see that Bitcoin is back above the bull market support band. Here, another analyst, Crypto Wizard, says, what did I tell you? As most were bearish, I was bullish. We're closing September with the biggest monthly gain ever. Bullish closing confirms last month's hammer. The next phase is imminent. Parabolic phase is coming. I agree with him. The parabolic phase is coming from a macro standpoint, but to get there, it can be very volatile. So just understand that, but things are looking great. And he's of course sharing here the monthly chart. And on the monthly chart is a big fat green candle. So let's see if October plays out like we're thinking. Q4 in general has been really great for the markets, and you have a lot of macro factors that are helping to pump this market. Now, I wanted to highlight something regarding XRP. XRP is breaking out. We're seeing it on the charts. And here, blockchain backers said, look, it's not much to celebrate, but we'll take anything that we can get at this point. XRP has the highest weekly close of 2024 and above the 702 retracement of March-September range. So, well, nothing to call home about, but XRP's been consolidating for years, so it looks like it's at the cusp of breaking out and having a bullish momentum. However, I tweeted out about this earlier. Will the SEC pour water on this fire, right? Because they could appeal the lawsuit against Ripple, and that could affect the price. We've seen this before. I'm not saying that's going to happen, and I don't want that to happen, obviously, but you never know. So this is why I always share with you guys both the bull and bearish scenario. My hope is the SEC does not appeal, and XRP has the clear pathway to run up this bull market. But just be prepared. This is why you diversify. This is why I personally hold Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, XRP, and so forth. So if anything happens to one or two of those coins, I have other horses in the race that can help me make money. Now, check this news out, guys. Former Chinese finance minister urges crypto study after US Bitcoin ETF shift. Now, I'm probably going to butcher his name, but Lu Jiwei stressed that China must assess cryptocurrency developments, particularly as the US shifts policy on Bitcoin ETFs. What a statement. Now, folks, I think I mentioned this before. I have a prediction. I believe China is going to open up Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF trading to all the citizens of mainland China. Hong Kong, which is under control of China, has approved Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs. They have opened up crypto trading to retail. I believe that was phase one for China. And I believe they will ultimately open this up to the other folks. One of the concerns China has had for a long time is that people are moving from the yuan into Bitcoin and different cryptocurrencies and taking the money out of the country. And of course, China wants people to use the digital yuan. However, an ETF solves a lot of that concern because it is directly reporting to their version of the SEC and the government, right? This is why some people have argued these ETFs can be a Trojan horse a bit because, look, the majority of people will go to ETF route. Now, those who are sophisticated, understand trading, are technically savvy, will trade crypto and self-custody and so forth. And we know that a lot of people are actually bypassing the crypto trading ban by using VPNs and proxies and so forth. So people are trading in China, but of course it's against the law that they have right now. Now, China has flip-flopped a lot, but there's a lot of capital there, folks. And with the economic stimulus that they're doing, there's going to be a lot of liquidity ready to come into the crypto ETFs in that region. So during a speech at the 2024 Tsinghua Hudakao Chief Economist Forum in Beijing, former Chinese Finance Minister Liu Zhiwei urged China to closely examine advancements in cryptocurrencies. According to Sina Finance report of the speech, the ex-minister highlighted the potential risk crypto poses to financial stability, including volatility and their role in money laundering. He also noted that the United States' shifting stance toward cryptocurrencies, particularly in light of the SEC approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. So guys, game theory will play out here. No one wants to get left behind. We saw the EU pass crypto regulations. The UK also has been making a lot of progress. And in the United States, we've made a lot of progress, with the Fit 21 bill coming out of the House. There's a lot of talks about the Senate passing something by the end of the year. And we got presidential candidates campaigning on crypto, right? Donald Trump, of course, the biggest example, but RFK Jr. was also doing it before he dropped out. And we're hearing some whispers from Kamala Harris, but nothing concrete, obviously. But guys, all of this talk makes me very bullish. You just see the tone has shifted, and now it's, we need to look into this. We need to examine this. We need to incorporate this into our economic policies. And it's because this is the future. I've told you guys for years, everything will be running on the blockchain. All the TradFi assets, stocks, commodities, bonds will be tokenized on the blockchain. So any country that tries to shut this down and ban it and so forth will be shooting themselves in the foot. They will be losing out on economic benefits. And this is the future. So very bullish statements here. Now, folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is BitGo, which is one of the top tier crypto custodians in the market. BitGo is headed up by Mike Belshi, who's a Web 1.0 and 2.0 legend. And BitGo works with many big firms in the industry. Most recently, they talked about launching a stablecoin for institutional investors, but Polygon uses them. Pantera Capital does. Dan Moorhead, 21 shares. So they actually help to custody some of the assets for these ETF issuers. Bitstamp Exchange also uses them. BitGo also provides a wallet service. They have insurance and all these things. And Nike uses BitGo's wallet services for their NFTs. So if you'd like to learn more about BitGo, go to bitgo.com. Link will be in the description. Now, folks, there's been a lot of talks about FTX and the payment that is going to go to creditors and shareholders and so forth. And some are speculating some of this money is going to go into the crypto market. Now, I personally believe that's a narrative. I don't think this is going to be anything that is going to help the market rise. It may help increase some buying pressure and so forth, but nothing significant. At the end of the day, macro factors is what's driving this market with global liquidity, with interest rates cutting and so forth. But these creditors and these folks getting their money, I don't know how much that's going to impact. And I'm personally not even paying attention to it. But because a lot of folks have been circulating this news, I wanted to address it. And Rand Neuner highlighted the following because there was some misconception about when the distributions would be starting. And some were saying it would start tomorrow, September 30th. But Rand says October 7th, 2024 court hearing will take place to confirm FTX's Chapter 11 plan of reorganization. If approved, it will pave the way for repayments to begin. Post-hearing payments are expected to occur following additional hearings scheduled for October 22nd, November 20th, and December 12th, 2024. Distributions will start within 60 days of the plan becoming effective, but only for claimants with less than $50,000, it looks like here. Bigger claimants will get distributions in Q1 2025 at the earliest. So this is really a non-starter. There's nothing going to happen. So if you've been hearing that this money is going to all of a sudden just be injected October 1st or whatever, that's incorrect. And we have to wait to see how the hearings go and when these actual funds will be distributed. But I don't think this is going to play a factor in pumping the markets. The markets have been pumping since the beginning of 2023. So, definitely understand that. So I just wanted to address that, but that's the news, folks. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you think about Bitcoin's price movement. And don't forget to sign up for my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. It is available on Substack with crypto insights and knowledge. Also, grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available in paperback and digital on Amazon. And grab a copy to support the podcast. Buy a few copies for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. And if you bought a copy, please leave a rating and review. It would really help me out. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.